All right, guys. So today we are going to focus on those contractions that we started talking about yesterday, okay? So we are going to look at what is a contraction and what makes it work, okay? So here we go. A contraction, let me move myself back. Okay, so a contraction is formed, it's a word that is formed when we combine two other words using an apostrophe, okay? When we form these words, okay, most of the time, we are going to leave all of the letters from the first word, and we're going to remove or take away some of the letters in the second word and replace it with an apostrophe, okay? So let's look at some examples, okay? One of the most common words to pair to make a contraction is, okay? So if I wanted to form a contraction using these two base words, what is, okay, I'm going to smush those two words together. And if you'll notice, all of the letters from our first word, W, H, A, T, are all in the new word, what's. Now, let's look at this. What's missing, or what is missing? It's the letter I. And if you notice where the I should be, we now have an apostrophe, okay? So the contraction what's is made of the words what is, okay? Let's go to the next one. Another very common word to make a contraction with is the word will. So in this word, we are using the words they and will to make the word they'll, okay? They will becomes they'll, okay? If you look, like we said, most of the time you leave all the letters from the first word, T, H, E, Y, and then my second letter is the will, W-I-L-L. What is missing? Very good. It's the W-I. So we took away the W-I and we put in a apostrophe in its place, okay? We can also make contractions with the word not, okay? So here we are using the words did and not to make the contraction didn't. Okay, so if you hear the word didn't, that means the same thing as the two words did not. Here we go again. All the letters from the first word are there. D-I-D. First letter, did. Second word, not. What's missing? The O, okay? So remember, we're going to squish those two words together, take out a few letters, and wherever we take the letters out is where the apostrophe goes, okay? Another one, have, okay? So I could say I have, we have, they have. We're going to make the contractions I've. That is the contraction. I have is I've. Okay? Uh-oh. Well, we're just all crazy today. All right, here we go. So, the same, all the letters are there. I is there. We are missing some letters. The H and the A are missing. So if you notice where the H and the A should be, now there's an apostrophe. Okay, the other one that we're going to look at today is when we make a contraction using the word would. He would becomes he'd. Okay? He'd like to have stayed, but he had to go. So that means he would have liked to stay, but he had to go. He'd. Okay? Here's our the first word, he. Okay, it's still there. We've lost some letters, W, O, U, and the L, but we use one apostrophe to show that all of those letters are gone. Okay, now what I'm going to let you do today, we're going to go over to this part where we spell some real words. Okay, But before we do this, I'm going to flip back over. And while I'm saying my words today that I want you to spell, I'm going to leave this page up so that you can kind of see what happened with these words when they were paired with the words is, will, not, have, and would. Okay? Now, remember, this is just practice. This is the first time we've done this. So don't worry if you make a mistake or get any of them wrong. We're going to check them after I've read all 5 of the words to you, okay? So here we go. Our first contraction that I want you to try to write is the word don't. Don't. That is made up of the words do not. Do not. When we put them together, we make the word don't. So I want you to try to spell the word don't. Remember, you're going to leave all the letters from the first word. Do. Leave all those letters. Not. Smush it. Take out the letters you need to take out. Add the apostrophe. Okay? Don't. Okay? Our next word is she'll. She'll. She'll be back in about 5 minutes. She'll. Now, that is going to be made with the contraction she will. She will. So we're going to be looking kind of right here. Oops. Like right here. If you need some help. She will. She'll. Remember, keep that whole first word, she, push them together, and take out your letters that you need to take out. She'll. All right, here we go. Here's another one that we're going to pair with the word is. Whose. Who is. Whose. Who's going to be at your house this weekend? So that's who is, and we push it together to form the contraction whose. Okay, here we go. Another one of our favorites. I keep forgetting that I can't do that this time. Okay, another one of our very, very common contractions. Can't. Can't. That is when we form it using the words can not. Can not. We're going to squish it together and take out a couple of letters. If I'm working with not, which letter is gone? Can't. All right. And our last word for today is wouldn't. That's a bigger one. Wouldn't. That is made when we combine the words would, not. Wouldn't. Okay? See if you got it right. Here we go. Let's look at our first word. Don't. Here we go. Check your work. D-O-N apostrophe T. Now, if you don't have that apostrophe there, it's wrong because the apostrophe is holding the place of some letters. So that apostrophe is very, very important. Make sure it's there, okay? Word number 2 was she'll. Same thing. If we didn't have the apostrophe in this word, it would spell the word shell. Okay, but since there's that apostrophe there, it lets us know that the letters W and I should be there, but they're not because it's a contraction. Okay, so she'll, S-H-E apostrophe L-L, she'll. And our next word was whose. Whose. Who is. Whose. W-H-O apostrophe S. Good job. Our next word was can't. Can't. Cannot. We know that when we use the word not, all the first word stays together. And then when we use not, that O is going to get pulled out and replaced by the apostrophe. And our last word today, wouldn't. That was a big one. Wouldn't. That is made up of the words would and not. Would, not, wouldn't. Okay, here we go. W-O-U-L-D-N apostrophe T. Remember, those apostrophes are super, super important. All right. Let's go ahead and do our next. We're going to do a sentence today. Here we go. This is going to practice most of our phonics skills, or it's going to practice some phonics skills. It's going to have a red word that's also mixed in with a contraction. Okay, so here we go. Our sentence is, the white light shouldn't keep you up at night. The white light shouldn't keep you up at night. All right. The white light. The white light shouldn't. There is a contraction. Shouldn't. Shouldn't. Okay. The white light shouldn't keep you up at night. Okay. All right. Here we go. Our next part. Keep you up. Keep you up. The white light shouldn't keep you up at night. At night. The white light shouldn't keep you up at night. All right, here we go. Let's check it. All right, make sure you're using your writer's eye. Do you see all of your words spelled correctly? Are they spaced the right way? Is it in your best handwriting? Okay, we want to try to make sure all of those bases are covered so that Miss Gates knows you are rocking and rolling and trying your best. Okay, don't give up on me now. All right. The last thing we want to do is we want to go over our red words. So here we go. We are just going to talk and listen and spell today for our red words. So our first word is many. Many. I have many friends at the school. Many. Okay? That is spelled M-A-N-Y. Many, which also means lots. Okay, so many or lots. Our next word is again. If I hear somebody say, do it again, that means they want it to happen over and over. Okay, so our word A-G-A-I-N spells again. Okay, our next word is study. Now, sometimes this word means to study, like I've really got to look at my notes. I've got to make sure I know everything, right? It can mean study, like at school. Or it could also mean that you look closely at someone. So study, okay? S-T-U-D-Y, study. Our next word is answer. Answer. An answer is when you talk to someone and you tell them a response about whether it's going to happen or it's not. So our last word for this week is answer. Okay? A-N-S-W. Why is there a W in there? We don't really know. But A-N-S-W-E-R. Answer. All right, let's review all of our words. Here we go. Went. Still. Ask. Where. From. Why. Think. Give. No. Would. Always. Over. Sentence. Should. Around. Follow. Away. Different. Because. Another. Letter. Place. Before. Picture. Mother. Green. And then we have our words from this week that we just learned. So you guys did a fabulous job today. I will see you guys in reading groups in just a little while. Bye, guys.